Everyone knows that giving birth is a physical challenge, and some even compare it to running a marathon.
Well, I thought I was doing pretty good last summer when I completed a 5K, and I was super proud of you, a 10K, but a marathon is 26.2 miles.
Yeah, so, you know, I dream of one day being able to do something like that. We've invited a couple people today who maybe can give us some advice. One is Dr. Alina McDermott, a physician with Metro Health who specializes in family health and sports medicine.
And in our other guest is a mom who gave birth less than a year ago and is getting ready to run a marathon. Are you kidding me?
No,
that's just incredible.
That is amazing. Joy, welcome to 8 West. First, in talking about this, how did this idea come about from Metro Health?
Well, I think Metro is all about promoting health in the community in general, and what a great way to get our mothers involved and people who are giving birth at the hospital. So Metro opened up the opportunity for any woman who gave birth at Metro to have a free entrance into the marathon itself, and we had a couple of people take up that challenge, so it's exciting.
Which is really exciting because you had 3 moms, and the great part about Metro is that you weren't just saying, here's your free registration form. You were helping them every step of the way, literally, as they went through a training program.
Sure, yep, and that's a big part of being able to complete a marathon, is getting involved right off the bat with a training program and people who can give you good advice on the steps that you need to take along the way. So.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Joy, so, I mean, kudos to you. That's definitely a challenge. And I know after, you know, giving birth, you kind of want to get back to where you were. You want to feel like your old self. You know, what was that process for you?
Oh, my. Well, I started running. I asked the doctor the day they discharged me when I could start running again.
Because you're a runner.
I'm a runner. Yeah. And he said, well, you know, you should probably wait at least 6 weeks before you start running again. So I waited, and then as soon as the doctor cleared me, I started running, and it probably took, I would say, until this summer until I actually started feeling good about my runs and being out there and going at a good speed and a good distance. And I would say probably this summer after putting in some good hill work and some distance.
Well, this is you right after you gave birth, and your daughter will be 1 on Monday.
Yes.
So you're a little shy of that 1 year mark. Give me some idea about the distances you had run before. I mean, was a marathon ever on your radar screen?
Well, I wanted to run the marathon a couple years ago, and mentally and physically I hadn't prepared myself, but mentally I wasn't there. I mean, running a marathon is physical, but it's also mental. It's breaking past that wall. And I think I was supposed to have this baby before I ran a marathon, and then I told my husband, who's also a runner, I'm going to run a marathon this year. And then I saw in the newsletter that Don Kern, the race director, sends out, any person who has a baby at Metro Health can register for free.
You're like, hey,
that's me. So I wrote him back and I said, well, I had my baby at Metro Health, and he said, well, there's your free pass. So I signed up in January, and I've been training ever since.
That's fantastic. And so there is another mom that's doing it, Joy, and this is really exciting. You both have the name of Joy, which isn't the most common name, too. And so that is fantastic. Dr. McDermott, what are some things that are recommended? You're obviously going from a really major procedure, childbirth, to something that is going to be very strenuous on the body too, in a good way, a marathon. What things should you keep in mind?
Well, the more active you were during your pregnancy, the easier it is going to be getting back into a vigorous exercise program once you've delivered that baby. And getting back into that exercise program is something you really need to ask your OBGYN doctor about first, because depending on what type of delivery you had will depend on the time frame and getting back into regular exercise. So, you know, having a uncomplicated, normal vaginal delivery, you may be able to get back into running and activity a lot sooner than if you were to have had a C-section, which really needs a lot more time to recoup and recover. And, you know, I think the mainstays are just starting slow, progressing your activity as you can, and really listening to your body and taking it step by step along the way.
Well, that's great. And, of course, the big event is this weekend. Yes. Would you have a personal goal?
My personal goal is between about 4:30 and 5 hours.
Wow,
But it's my first
that's a long
marathon, so I'm nervous. I'm excited. It's an unknown. I've never done this.
Well, the start is at 8 o'clock, and I'll be thinking about you, Joy, this weekend. And then hours later, I'll still be thinking about her, too, because we can empathize. We know that that is a big challenge, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I know after I gave birth,
it.
especially the last time, I was thinking I was doing good if I could just walk to the refrigerator and back.
Thanks a lot, ladies. We
Great
appreciate
job.
it. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Are you West?